being Google takes us live, it's the Modern Fast Scrum. We have, again, Brent, Nicola, Stamatius, Sam. I will go first. I have been working on the Anthony Powell Society membership database, where we have a serious problem. Libre Office Base, which has been unstable on my computer, is also seemed to be crashing and locking up on the client's computer, making me think, oh no, I think we may have to switch horses, and we're already sort of behind schedule. I'm looking at Zoho and MS Access and cursing my decision to go and try and go with LibreOffice Base at the moment.
Can you not use OpenOffice? Because I think they're compatible.
OpenOffice has been replaced by LibreOffice. OpenOffice is dead and is replaced by LibreOffice, and I think LibreOffice is a great open source project, and I think it's great for Word and Excel and so on. But we're using it for the MS Access equivalent, and it may be that this is just because I've been moving it backwards and forwards between Mac and PC. I am seeing now sometimes different searches, different things, more reports of other people just having it lock up for them on Mac or on other computers. While it was just something that I was encountering while I edited this and built the system, that was fine. Now that if the client is experiencing it on their PC, which I mean, that just like in principle it could be debugged. It's all open sourced, but the amount of time that I think it would take compared to like I don't know, I'm gonna have to experiment with other platforms. I've already burnt huge amounts of time trying to wrestle with the LibreOffice Base workflow. So yeah. But we'll be discussing that more in the marketing meeting today if people want to jump into that to discuss further, or we can discuss further at the end of the Scrum. Other things that have been going on, yeah, I've been doing the report for the NHS Wiki project, where actually finally our search engine optimization is paying off, and we now seem to be third in the rankings, and Google is now defining social prescribing in terms of the words in our wiki. So, you know, one project, you know, another. But anyway, so that's very positive news, just to get the reports out for that. I guess I'm not blocked, apart from just wanting to clone myself into like 5 and have myself work in parallel on 5 different projects would be nice. But other than that, we've got the marketing meeting coming up. There's something, I've got a pairing session with Nick about the time that also the Ethereum mob is going on, and then we've got the website 1 meeting after the Kembeck Scrum. That is my report. I think Stamatios was in first. Stamatios, how are things going with you?
Excuse me. Everything is good over here. I was just working on the RSpec tests for the local support piece I was working on. So I hope to be finished those by today and have the final check-in ready.
All right. Lovely.
Nice.
Great. So nothing blocking you then?
Nope, not at the moment.
Fantastic. Good show. Thank you, Stamatius. Let's go on to Nicola, I think might have been next. Hey, Nicola, how are things going with you?
Fine. I'm trying to use the Dependabot. I've been trying to switch to the Dependabot branch, but I was unable. Talking about website 1. I was able to switch, but when I tried to do the commit, it said that the head was detached. So I said, okay, let's ask. Yeah, no, I think that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, we'll have a look at that maybe at the end of the Scrum. Yeah. Anything else on your mind? Congratulations on getting the Rails 5 upgrade done. I did have a brief look through your drawing my attention to I can see there's a few things that I do need to check. I will certainly try and get to that later today. Anything else on your mind? Any other things else to report?
Well, yesterday I tried to install a shell for running parallel tests on Cucumber and RSpec. And on RSpec, I didn't see a big improvement, but on Cucumber, yes, it was like half time. But one of them was failing, so I said, okay, well, let's do that.
What was the name of the gem, out of interest?
I think that I don't remember.
We'll be interested to know. Post it in the chat at one point. Great stuff. We'll see if we can help you out at the end there, Nicola. Let's go on to Brent.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm working on async voter this week is my intention. I'm actually working through a Pluralsight course at the moment I found on Mocha. So I'm gonna, I think it's about 3 or 4 hours long, so I'm just working through that and hopefully that will give me some guidance on how to best test the API client. It looks quite interesting because some of the later modules are talking about testing real APIs, etc. So,
all right, cool.
So yeah, but no blockers, and I've got the Phoenix guides mob today. If I can make it, I'm going to go to the Ethereum one, and then I've got local support pairing with Nicola and hopefully some other guys later.
All right. Excellent. Thank you, Brent. And thanks so much for your the click-throughs pull request, which has been merged in, and I created some very minor refactoring tickets. But yeah, great work there.
Okay, yeah. So I did actually reply to the PR actually saying thanks, but yeah, I just put a comment on there saying that because yesterday you mentioned when you first looked at it, there were some things that you'd probably do differently. I guess they're the refactoring.
Yeah, so they're the refactoring ones, and I think that they're so minor that it's not worth holding up the pull request. I think particularly when we've got the Rails 5 coming in behind it, and they're we could have a separate chat in the local support meeting about different level. I mean, I'm danger of getting all philosophical here about the different things, but yeah, they're there to look at and to be discussed later, and it's a stand up. So yeah, we'll move on from there. But cool. Yeah, anything else on your mind?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, excellent. And Lin Zong is here as well. Hey, Lin Zong, how are you doing?
Hi. Yeah, I'm fine. I have done some code, and I would like to make a new pull request.
Yes. Yes, and I saw that this is on local support, and yes, I saw your comments in the what is it, the pull request comments there. I was giving you some instructions there on how to do that, so you can go ahead and open the new pull request. Is that okay? So you're not blocked at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're okay to open the new pull request. Great. Well, let us know if you have trouble with that, and we'll work from there. Okay. So I think that's our stand up. It's our scrum. I mean, we were all sitting down, but anyway, it's our scrum. We were huddled, and so on. And so now, if you need to go off and want to focus on other things and not get distracted too much, I've got to make sure. Yesterday we had two major big chats and sort of debugging sessions after the scrums, which I've got to be careful with. It's so exciting to get into these things, but I think that the immediate priority sounds like Nicola's the only one kind of blocked. I think for background, and so this is now the after scrum. What Nicola was trying to do is he's having achieved the Rails 5 upgrade on local support. He's now starting to look at some of the same issues in website 1, which is very much appreciated. So in particular, I was directing Nicola towards the devise.
Yeah,
it's a very similar upgrade that we need to do that might be from the same sort of fix. And so you were trying to check out this particular branch here,
yes,
that was named like this. And are you doing that on your fork? I guess. Yeah, which might be. I suspect. I mean, either which way, I would say probably the simple thing is don't worry about trying to check out that particular version. You could just do the upgrades yourself in your own branch, and then
okay, cool. Yeah,
I think would in principle be simpler, right?
yes.
It's interesting though, just to sort of if I do, let me do git fetch origin here. I mean the depender bot I think has there you can see it's got those individual. So I think if I do git checkout like this, doesn't even know about that. I'll just mute Lenzong there since I don't speak Chinese so well. Japanese, I'm there, but Chinese still that's a whole new mountain for me. Interesting. So it wouldn't even let me. I thought if I did git branch -v grep enderbot. Let's see. I don't even seem to have that branch there. It's obviously.
Well, what I did was to use Origin at the beginning. So git checkout Origin dependable bundler. That was the way I did it.
Oops. Right.
But
yeah, I've got remotes. Right. Yeah. So I mean, I think if you're in that, it's interesting because there's I haven't quite understood the pattern that Git uses it here. Sometimes when I check out just the raw branch name, it seems to be it automatically creates a tracking branch locally for me, and yeah, sometimes it does that, and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't. Someone will eventually correct me, I'm sure. Right. So you did something like git checkout, and you checked out the like that.
Yep.
Right, that puts you in this state. So the way, if you wanted to start making changes and check them in, what you could do now, and the instructions are sort of there, is do git checkout -b, and then stick in the name of the thing that you wanted, and then you'd be on that branch, and you'd have that branch locally.
Huh.
That's the way to get out of this,
Okay.
head state. It is funny because, back in the day, I was using this all the time, and then I realized that sometimes, like for example, if Brent pushes a new branch and I just pull down, I just do git check out, it just sort of works for me, and it creates a tracking branch. I don't know if it's the way that Dependabot is creating the branch, but
okay.
Yeah. If you're keen, so I think that in principle this approach will work for you. But the other thing to do is to just upgrade the.
Yeah, I will create my own branch, and
and then we can close out the Dependabot. There's no. That's the great thing. There's no hard feelings. Dependabot's not going to go. Oh, well, I'm not going to work with you again now if you're closing my pull request. So,
yep.
There we go. Okay, that is our Scrum. Did anybody want to bring up anything else or?
No, I'm good.
All right, we are on time. We are time boxed. Right under there, under 15 minutes. Great to see everyone. See you all again real soon.
Nice.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Have a great day, everyone.